Reports are coming in that people are observing orbs and what appears to be these drones that have been all over the news for the past few weeks.
Horizon 2207, got time for a question?
Horizon Air 2207, go ahead.
Hey, just wondering if you have any aircraft at our 10 o'clock, looks out over the coast that you're aware of. Kind of some interesting looking lights out there, not satellites, but maybe aircraft.
We can't understand why the government isn't doing anything about it. It's pretty perplexing. They're talking behind the scenes, obviously. There's a few hearings that took place, but every night people are still seeing these things all over the sky.
There's a drone. There's a drone. There's a drone.
I see no. Okay. Daddy. Oh my God, it's bright. Daddy, I'm scared. No, I'm not kidding, Daddy, I swear.
Apparently, there's an unnamed person from an unnamed agency that is saying that the public should be asking certain questions.
Those are questions that have been asked by somebody in an agency that you don't want to name, that should be being asked by the public. Is that a correct representation?
Yes, that's correct.
1. How do we know these crafts are human-made drones? We see the lights on these drones and most of us feel like it's pretty obvious that they're man-made drones, but apparently the government doesn't think so. 2. How do we determine their intentions?
3rd, why has the government declined to take action against these craft? 4, have these craft similarly affected adversarial nations?
5. What should members of the public do if they encounter one?
There's an unverified report of one hovering over a car, interfering with the car's digital equipment like its clock. And that's something they shared.
6. What are the potential consequences of acting against these crafts?
Like shooting it with a gun.
7.
Do these craft emit radiation, and are there affordable and accessible sensors or detectors a person can purchase for themselves?
8. Have any of these crafts released substances such as angel hair?
Falls apart in my hand.
9. What are the best protocols for first responders to follow if one of these crafts lands or crashes? 10.
Why there's no coordinated federal preparedness guidance or direction for municipalities nationwide, only reactive, isolated responses.
It's weird, it's a red circular shape, and it keeps zipping out towards the ocean and then coming back in about, 20 miles or closer to us, and then it zips back out of the ocean and we can't see it.
Now, what do I think? I think these crafts are either from adversaries or it's our own government. As I said in the previous video, this could be from a private contractor, but now everyone seems to be confused here. And when I say everyone, I mean everyone seems to be confused. So what should you do? Well, we have to stay vigilant. We have to keep talking about this. We have to look outside our windows, get off our phones to actually look up.
Look up and you'll see them.
Why? Something is happening. We don't know what it is, but something is actually happening here. Now, there's so many reports about orbs from England. There's orbs. There are orbs in Mexico. There's orbs in the islands. There's orbs all over Canada. There's orbs floating in the US. What are these orbs? Are they UAP, UFO, government made? We have no idea. But there was an interesting take the other day that I saw. Someone actually said, what if these drones flying all over the place are like some AI program? What if AI tapped into these drones somehow and they're just flying around, mapping places out, mapping things out? Hopefully the government knows what's going on, but for the simple fact that they're asking people not to fly their own personal drones at night means they don't want us to see something. I don't understand it. Some people's drones won't even fly. But whatever it is, we're going to stay on it. This is not a time for fear. This is a time for understanding. And this is what we are trying to do. We ask questions so we can receive answers.
Strong light. It lit up the entire cab of my cruiser to the point where I was having a hard time driving because I really couldn't see it. I was blinded by it. It was a perfect sphere, and it almost looked like plasma moving constantly. I was perplexed and confused at what I was looking at.
That is veteran Connecticut police officer Robert Klein describing what he says was a close encounter with a UFO.